Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're in the right place at the right time. It must be Tuesday at 5 o'clock Central Time. And it's time for Ask Dr. Ron Facebook Live. As you can see, Mz Shatrice running a little late. Wasn't able to get here to the studio in time for us to get her on the air, but she may pop in. She's on her way. I talked to her about an hour ago. She said she was going to try to get to the studio so she can join us on the show today. But we are got our fingers crossed that she's going to make it. We still got a show to do, and it's 5 o'clock, and we're going to get started. So the first thing I want to do is give a shout out to all of the healthcare workers that are in the healthcare field. And especially since my mom is on the mend and doing quite well right now because of her illness with COVID-19. She has, given me an update and told me that the doctors and all the hospital that she's in the hospital where she's at have been treating her with tremendous care and have been looking out for her. And now she's on the mend. The medicine that they gave her has helped her get to a place where they're talking about sending her home. So I want to thank each and every person that sent up prayers on her behalf. And for me and my family, I thank you. I can't thank you enough. Prayer does work. And also, I want to let you know, looking at what's going on mainstream news, Corona is real. Okay, Corona is real. We've got people that are getting sick and that are not getting well. So do not follow the lead of number 45 because he is making people think, oh, this is nothing, oh yeah, oh yeah, you can take this little lump on the head and keep on going. No, do not follow that. I talk to healthcare officials on a daily basis because they give me reports on the well-being of my mom, and they are very, very serious about this thing and how it's affecting people. So please, please, please take this thing seriously because it is very serious. Okay, it is very serious. Okay. The next thing I want to do is give shout outs to all of our spiritual leaders, pastors that are on the front line, that are keeping us uplifted, that are praying, keeping us spiritually motivated at a time like this. We need them. Don't think that we don't. I pray for my leadership all the time. I pray for Dr. Lloyd Michael Hunt. Dr. Hunt, he has been praying and bringing a message every day, keeping us up to date on what's going on in the spirit realm. So, and you need to have a balance. Okay, don't think that you don't. So pray for your leadership, pray for your pastors as they pray for you. So definitely, I like to give them a shout out each and every time that I come on the air because they have a job, just like I have a job. My job is to bring you up to date information, and I tell you, their job is to bring us up to date information as well. So definitely pray for your leadership. If you don't know anything about Dr. Hunt, scroll down on my Facebook Live page. You will see messages from him, and you can get a chance to know who he is. And he can also send you, if you click on one of the messages and go to his page, he can send you notifications when he's live, and you can pay attention to what he's got going on. So definitely, pray for your leadership. Also, want to give a shout out to people that have lost loved ones during this time. We are praying for you. We're sending out prayers for your strength. I understand how you feel when you cannot say goodbye to your loved ones, especially at this time. They have limits on how many people that you can have around one another for gatherings, and sometimes we have more family members than what's allowed. So, I just want you to know that we're praying for you, and we want to keep you encouraged, keep you uplifted at this time because it is very difficult. The world is not an easy place right now. We have people dying all around us, and sometimes we can't say goodbye the way we want to. Just want to give this update. As reported by CNN, we have 7.4 million confirmed cases of corona in the United States. Right now, we're up to 210,000 cases of people that have died, confirmed deaths of corona in the United States. And out of that 7.4 million people, they estimate that 5% of those people will not recover, and that's not a good number. We have 210,000 people, and I saw recently on the news just today that number 45 was minimizing the effects of corona and has minimized the people that have died up to this point that have caught corona. So, we don't want to minimize any lives. We don't want to look upon this as like, oh yeah, well, they died and, oh well. No, 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 no. People have lost loved ones. People have lost loved ones on the front line. People have lost loved ones for various reasons surrounding corona, and we do not want to minimize that at all. So we send up a special prayer on your behalf to keep you uplifted and keep you motivated at a time like this. So we got a media outlet with us today. It's going to be with us, Miss Wanda Carter from CC News Media. So I'm not going to prolong the show any at all. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over to my website so I can talk about my supporters and all the advertisers that help make this show possible, so that we can hurry up and get Miss Wanda on the air with us today. So here we go. The first thing you're going to hear is my theme song from my website. So you all hold on, and here we go.
Ask Dr. Ron, ask Dr. Ron. Whatever you're feeling, he will give you healing, he'll inform you. Ask Dr. Ron, ask Dr. Ron. Entertaining news, political issues, local and globally.
All right, that was my theme song. I want to invite you to go over to Ask Dr. Ron, ask-dr-ron.com. That's askdrron.com. And when you get over there, I want you to check out some of the information that we have available on the site. We also have advertisers. So when you get over to the spot where it says advertisers, I want you to take a look at some of the advertisers we have. You'll find National Block Club University, Mr. Cyron Smith. Mr. Cyron Smith has been around for over 10 years, bringing help to each and every community. He has a plan and an organization that will go block by block that will help you, the seniors, the children, the adults, keep the violence down. They work with every aspect of making a community a community. So if you click on the banner here, it'll take you over to his website. Reach out to Mr. Cyron Smith. Say, hey, I want to find out more about your organization and how can we get this going on in our neighborhood. So definitely check on the banner and it'll take you right over to his website. Also, you'll see Chief Nomo's Oasis. Now, Chief Nomo brings in products from the west coast of Africa, Ghana, where he brings in clothes, oils, soaps, moringa seeds. If you're interested in getting optimum health in a time like this, click on the banner. It'll take you over to Mr. Chief Nomo. You can call him up, say you want to do a consultation, you want to find out about alkaline water and how to be able to keep yourself healthy at a time like this. Okay, so that's Chief Nomo's Oasis. Click on the banner. It'll take you right over to his website and give him a call and check out what he's got going on. Also, you'll see RRJ Web. RRJ Web will help you fix your website. He'll help you develop your website. He can host your website. He can do everything dealing with your web presence. He does maintenance, so if you get attacked by an unsuspecting virus, he can go in there and straighten it out. If you got something in your head that you want to try and bring to the World Wide Web, he can help you do that. That's what Mr. Ralph Jenkins does. I've been working with Mr. Jenkins for almost 15 years now, and I have never had anybody to complain about Mr. Jenkins and the work that he does. So RRJ Web, click on the banner. It'll take you right over to his website, and you'll be able to get assistance with bringing your web ideas to life. All right, and I have a new sponsor, new advertiser, Prince Hunter Financial Group. Prince Hunter Financial Group, if you're interested in learning how to do trading, whether that's forex market or the stock market, Norman Hurd has a class that he can teach that fits your educational level. So Prince Hunter Financial Group, brand new to the advertisement. We're glad to have him on board. We're going to get him on the show real soon so he can tell you what he does. But if you click on the banner, you can go over to his website and you can begin to see some of the information that he can teach you about what's going on with the financial markets and how you can take advantage of securing your future by understanding how to do trading and learning what all the terminology is dealing with trading. So Mr. Norman Hurd, click on the banner. It'll take you over to his website. Reach out to him, and he'll be more than happy to help you understand on how to secure your financial future. All right, and last but not least, one of my favorite advertisers, Port Again Sam. Port Again Sam brings in some of the best wines and spirits from all over the world. And I tell you, you will not find it anywhere else, only with Sam. Sam was on the show a couple of weeks ago, and he was telling us how he was going to be bringing in some of the holiday treats, as I call them. He'll be bringing back some of his old favorites, cognacs and wines that are seasonal. They come in right around this time of year or right before the holiday season. And I tell you, if you like wine, whether it's sweet, dry, or semi-sweet, he's got a wine or man, I tell you, that will knock your socks off. So you want to definitely click on the banner. It'll take you over to Port Again Sam. You can browse his inventory, see what he has in. Oh, I love his cognacs. He has a cognac that is so mellow. I tell you, you would enjoy it. All you have to do is go over to his website and see what he's got in inventory. And I promise you, you will find something in his inventory that you will like. Call him up, tell him you want to come over and do a wine tasting, and he will schedule a wine tasting for you so you can find out what he's got going on at this time. That's Port Again Sam. Okay? Also on my website, you'll see a link to a Chicago communicator, which is Miss Wanda Carter, who is our guest for today. We're going to get to her in just a minute. You'll also see a plugger for Soul Street Collective and Miss Sonia Hill. You can give her a call. Entertainment has begun to open up. If you're interested in being a part of an entertainment event, check out Soul Street Collective. They will be the most perfect entertainment for your group, for your party, for your event. Holiday season is coming up. I know small groups are going to be doing some entertaining, so you might want to consider them. Also, you will find a tab, a page on my website for cash crowdfund. If you are interested in trying to find out how to secure funds to keep your family afloat all year round, you want some more information about Cash Crowdfund, reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to explain it to you. There's information on the page that'll explain to you how it works, what it is, what it isn't, and then you can contact me. While you're there, please fill out a contact card. Let us know that you've been over to the website and you're interested in staying up to date with what's going on. Go over to my YouTube channel and subscribe. That's Ask Dr. Ron on YouTube, and you'll be able to find all of the past shows that I have, and you'll be able to like, view them, share the information, and share the information around. Send somebody a link so that they can find out what's going on with the Ask Dr. Ron show. So, without further ado, I am ready to bring on my guest for today. My guest for today is Miss Wanda Carter. She is one of our affiliates. She works closely with us. I'm on her show. She's on my show. She had a panel last week where we got a chance to discuss the as one of the persons on the panel referred to it as the debacle of the presidential debate that took place on last week, and we got a chance to rehash it and talk about what didn't happen, on the debate. And she works with many news affiliates that she has in her network. Miss Wanda Carter, welcome to the show. You got to turn your microphone on. Uh, okay.
All right, can you hear me?
Yes, it can. Now we
All
got
right.
you. Miss
Thank
Wanda
you for
Carter,
inviting.
welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to be on the show, Dr. Ford. How are you doing
I'm
today?
doing fine. I am. My testimony is very simple. I'm still glad to be alive. You know,
All
I
right.
start out with simple things. I don't have to be too extravagant or anything like that. Then I can work from there. But
There
the
you
first
go.
thing is my testimony is I'm still glad to be alive.
All right.
That's a
Me too.
beautiful
I'm
thing.
with you.
You
I'm
know,
with you there.
you know. So I know I'm gonna start with the panel we had on last week. Let's go there, since I
Uh,
mentioned that, and I know that we talked about a lot of the information that the candidates put out there running for president, number
mm-hmm.
45 and Joe Biden, and
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of following mainstream media because they do all the work for you sometimes, the heavy lifting. And I noticed that on CNN they had a specialist already on standby to fact check everything that Donald Trump said that was not true.
Yes.
And to nobody's surprise, everything he said was not true. Okay? Every point that he thought he was going to win brownie points with was a lie.
I
It,
think that President Trump does that specifically to draw attention to himself. I think he does not care about what the populist vote says. He's going to say whatever he thinks he needs to say without concern for how it appears to others. That's what I believe.
and you're 100% correct. I mean, since he's been in office, I think the most astounding task might be trying to find something that he said that was true than trying to find something that he said that was not true. Okay.
Well, we know since the debate and since he got the coronavirus himself now, he says he's stopping negotiations for the stimulus and that he will not pick that back up again until after the election. So if he doesn't win, then we just dead in the water until we get our next elected official.
And I believe that probably would be to our advantage. To
I
be,
hope so.
to be 100% honest with you, I know that a lot of people are fed up with the way the Senate is
Hmm.
situated at the current time. So I
Hmm.
think a lot of battles on the local level will definitely change. I think that
Okay.
some of the Senate seats that are being held right now by Republicans, I think they're going to lose those seats. So
Oh,
when
wow.
when the president elect, which I'm strongly hoping that it'll be Joe Biden, he will have a working Senate that will help him to accomplish some of the things and the tasks that need to be accomplished. And what
Hmm.
I mean by that is, he is looking to address, the racial injustice that exists throughout the
Yeah.
country. He will be looking to address and bring forth a stimulus package that is, of substance, not just a
Okay.
token,
Okay.
and I believe that if we change not just the president's office, but all of those guys that refused to impeach him, when
Yes.
they had a chance in the Senate, then
Yes.
we've got an opportunity to get some real balance back in government because right now it's totally out of whack, and
Yes, it is.
it's not nothing going on that's beneficial to nobody except the one percenters, as they always say, the rich folks that got plenty of money, not affected by any of the racial injustice because they got their fortresses already secured,
That's
so
right.
that they're not affected by what's going on. All these marches and things that are going on,
Yeah.
all these organizations that are on the front line trying to make their voice heard. I heard Debbie Allen.
Uh,
Debbie Allen make a statement. I want to say within the last month that I thought was so profound,
okay.
and
What did she say?
she mentioned the fact that the reason why we have so many people with so many voices because we got so many issues.
Okay.
We got more than one
Mm.
problem. So we can't just voice just one of our problems and expect things to okay, now we fixed it. No, we got a lot of
Right.
problems. So we got
A
many
whole lot of
voices.
problems.
You
Well,
know.
hey, the stocks have even started to slide downward.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Uh, so just because he made the statement that he wasn't going to deal with the stimulus.
Yes.
So all things happen for a reason. And, I think this is his ploy is to keep everybody hanging in the lynch, just keep you wondering what he's going to do next. Keep the focus on him. And it doesn't matter if he wins the election or not, he is winning. He's
Well.
winning because he's causing all this havoc.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he loves. He's a master of confusion,
Oh yeah.
and that's not a good thing, because the chaos and the people that are his main supporters, they love confusion. They love the up in arms type, message that he keeps going, and they haven't had a spokesman since Hitler. So, so, so they like being out the closet. Okay, they
Yeah.
like being out there, running around trying to, be, CC News Media? Let's do that. I know you can speak on that. You know
Oh
that's
yeah, I can
something
speak
near.
on CC News
Yeah, that's
Media.
something
You know,
near and dear to your
the
heart.
election is coming up, so we really need to be, you and I too, talking to some of these politicians so that we can have them come on and talk about their platform initiatives and what people need to know about each of them so that we can make some logical decisions when we vote this time.
Well, I think people have been
Because it's
doing
not
that
just
all
the
along.
president.
I think people have been doing that all along. So trying to keep track of what's going on, not just in the presidential
Right.
debate, but locally as well. I saw that there's a debate coming up with Durbin and Willie Wilson, and I think one other person is in that race, for the Senate seat. And I'm just curious. I don't know what Willie Wilson be thinking about half the time when he be trying to run for office. Trying to get in some of these races. That I know he likes to give out a lot of money
Yes.
and gift cards and all those
Yeah.
kind of things and pay people's taxes, which are all beautiful gestures. I don't deny that, but does that equate to votes? And I think his approach for what he's doing makes him look more bad than good.
Uh, well,
Because people will take his $25 gift card and go right down to the liquor store and buy whatever they're gonna buy, and still might not give him, a vote on election day.
that's
So,
true.
so
I think Willie he tries to surround himself with people that are in the know and that can help push his political platform initiatives. And hopefully, the people he surrounded himself with are able to do just that, because that's really what he's paying them for, what he's got them there for, to help him reach the public. And then he does all those giveaways because he's a generous man, and he really does like the feeling of.
so let me ask you this. So you like Willie Wilson?
Well, I like some of the things that he's done in the past. I like what he stands for in terms of trying to help people that need to be helped. He did a great thing when he went over to the prison and gave people who could not get out for minor crimes. He paid their bail bond,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought that was really great. I don't think that I've heard of anybody else doing that. And a lot of people are in county jail because they can't afford the bond, and
Okay.
they really haven't done anything that warrants them being there other than they didn't have the money to secure their own freedom.
Okay.
And he has done that, so I think that's admirable. And for him to help people pay their gas and light bills, I think he's done some really admirable things. Yes, I like some of the things he's done.
Okay. So he's a modern day Robin Hood.
Yeah, you could call him that. Yes, you could.
Mm-hmm.
But he can't do it by himself. So if more of our millionaires would to step up to the plate and each do a little or their fair share of giving back to the community, then we could lift up some part of the community as they lift, as they rise.
Well, I don't know. I don't have nothing against him. Willie Wilson. I think he's done a lot of good charitable work.
Hmm.
I think he's made some bad decisions. He's backed some bad principles sometimes. And I think Willie Wilson is running. I'm not sure if this time he's running as a Republican, but he's always, made himself known as a Republican.
Hmm.
And it's very difficult sometimes to back a Republican because of Republican principles. Now,
Hmm.
I think, just my opinion, that he probably could serve his money better if he would put together politicians that can go into office that would represent, folks that look like us,
Hmm.
with the support of his money. Because
Right.
there are plenty of people that can go into federal or local government and come in the door and can be more effective if they're schooled before they get there.
Okay.
You know, so to me, I think his money would be better served, if he did things like that instead of, every time there's an office that pops up, he jumps out there and says, okay, he wants to be in office that bad. So that's just my opinion.
Okay. I think he probably realizes that he's not going to be very effective at anything that he does if he's not in an office. If he doesn't hold some kind of a position. So I think that's probably the just behind why he's always running for office, and he's got the money to do it. So hey, my husband used to say people run for office for many reasons. It's not always to win the office.
Okay. Well,
So
the person that he's running up against is the number third person in Washington. He holds the Senate seat, and he has been there long enough to have worked his way up to the number third seat. So to give up a number three person in the federal government to a freshman coming in, that might be a hard give up.
okay,
Because we need to have a voice or somebody that can say, represent, his district, which would be us in the Chicagoland area. I think he's on an uphill climb, just like many of the seats that Willie Wilson has tried to run up again. And I'm not picking on Willie Wilson. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, I think he's done many charitable contributions and things of that nature. But it's just, I think it's, Robin Hood never held office either. But
he's funny.
he fed the poor and he
Yeah,
took care of the homeless. Okay,
that's right.
so
That's right.
so
So
uh,
he served a good purpose.
yeah, he served a good purpose. So every time he runs, some folks can get $25 gift cards.
There you
So.
go. There you go. That's better than nothing. Shoot, but is Durbin giving anybody any gift cards?
Well, I think Durbin is working from a different perspective. He's listening to people and understanding what the need of the people are when they go back. He has been fighting tooth and nail, toe for toe, against the Republicans that are in office and what they stand for. Because many of the Republicans that are in office are against, you know,
Okay.
our needs, like justice.
Okay.
I mean, the Republicans don't care if we get justice or not.
Right.
That they comfortable with, shooting us on sight, throwing us in jail and keeping us in jail as long as they can, because that's what, Republican justice looks like.
Mhm.
You know, the more of us they lock up, the more they mistreat people of color. Hey, that's a win for them.
Yeah.
I look at the Republicans, how they did not do anything about the prison camp for the children on the border.
Mm.
And it's not in the press anymore like it used to be, so we don't know what happened. you know
Right.
so when all the cameras and the lights go away, the kids are still down there starving, sleeping on the floor, catching diseases and dying. And it
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily have to be corona that they're catching and dying, but all disease, is bad. When you ain't got
That's
nobody to
true.
treat you,
That's
and we
right.
don't know where their parents are because they turn the parents away, but they separate the kids from the parents. Now, what sense did that make?
Right.
What purpose do you have for the kids to keep
Right.
them, in a concentration camp on the border?
Oh, right. Right.
That
Right.
sounds like some Nazism right there. You know, they did that in Nazi Germany. They separated the kids, the men from the
Yes.
women, and they treated them, like slaves. And then when they got tired of them, they executed them.
I never thought that we would see a sitting president um, take children away from their parents and put them in cages.
Hmm.
I never thought I'd see that in the United States of America.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the real world. You
Yeah.
know, this is what's been going on, and it was brought out, in the beginning of his presidency, and they hurry up and called it fake news and tried to shut it down. So I guess we spreading some more fake news right about now. You know,
Probably so. Probably
yeah.
so.
So I mean, the things that we say, are things that are common knowledge, but yet it dies down and it gets real quiet, you know. So that's very interesting how they want us to be quiet about what we expose and what we continue to expose. I want to give a couple of shout outs. I see a few people online.
Oh.
Miss Paula Gilmore, Miss Nina Ross, Chris Bass, my brother in broadcasting. Shout out to you. Please put your information up on the feed, Chris, where they can find you for your show. Carl H. Davis, that is the son of Carl Davis, who was the famous record label back in the day, Shy Sound and Shy Town record label, where all of the Chicago artists came through that record label. That is his son. He's on the line listening today, just giving him a shout out. So what else did you want to bring out, Ms. Wanda? I know you got a whole media outlet. Like I said, talk about your outlet, ccnewsmedia.org.
Well, people can take a look at some of the things we've been doing over the past couple of weeks. Go to www.ccnewsmedia.org and take a look. They can see your page there, Dr. Ford. If they click on, what is it, channels, and they'll get a drop down box, and then they can see Ask Dr. Ford. And some of the shows, some of your shows are there, and other shows. The Omnibus Roundtable show is there, and I'm starting to update the shows that are there on that site because normally I put them on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go to YouTube, you can go to our channel at youtube.com/omnibus, OMNIBUS, Round Table TV show. And or you can go and look at the CC News Media um, YouTube station as well. So some things are there and some things are on the Omnibus Roundtable TV show. Go take a look. And the show airs every Wednesday on Channel 19 at 9:30, and again on Thursdays at 4:30 on Channel 19. So I encourage people to take a look, give us a call, let us know what you would like to hear more about, what information you would like for us to share, and then we'll consider trying to find that, that information to help get it out there for you. We like to encourage participation in the shows that we do. So I invite folks to join us. Uh, we're going to be doing an online show, remote broadcast on Wednesdays at 6. So I encourage people to join us there too. You have to send me an email and let me know that you have an interest in participating, and I will be sure to send you an invitation to join that show. It's going to be on probably, each week the topics will change, but we're going to have a team of media professionals, and we're going to be talking about what's going on in the city, in the state, and in the country, around the world. So please join us. And that includes you, Dr. Ford.
No, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, I do have a channel on the website. That's www.ccnewsmedia.org. You go over there, like she said, go over to the channel
Yeah.
selection, and then scroll down, and you'll see Ask Dr. Ron there. And I try to remember every week to give her the latest version of what we're doing here on Facebook Live. So you can actually catch my shows in a lot of variety of places. I have a YouTube channel as well, where you can go over there and subscribe. to the YouTube channel, Ask Dr. Ron, with Ms. Shatrice, and you'll be able to go over there and review some of the old shows as well. And we work together as a networking team in news media. And like she said, there's a team of journalists because you have writers.
Yes,
I
yes.
think you have 12 journalists all
Oh
together. I think you
yeah.
said.
I encourage people to come and, join our team in terms of wanting to submit information that we can share when we do the broadcast, the remote broadcast. Because the fact is, we want to get the information out, and we need the different sources to provide us with the information because we want to tell the stories that's going on in our communities across the globe.
Hmm.
We need to hear from us. Let's tell our own stories because nobody can tell them better than us.
That's true. That's true. And you cover everything from crime stories
Oh
to
yes,
sports.
yes,
So
yes,
your coverage is
everything.
very wide. Community. I mean, it's not anything that is not able to be covered by the team of people you have working with you.
Exactly. And I'm looking forward to working with more youth because the young people come from a different perspective. They're the ones that are doing the rallying and doing the marching and doing they are the ones that need the voice. And so we want to provide them with the voice. And we know that they have Facebook and Twitter and all the social media content, but let us help them provide another outlet for them, which
Hmm.
is to talk with us. Let's show the generational cohesiveness so that we can talk with them, they can talk with us, and we can share information about what's going on in all of our lives.
Cohesiveness. Wow.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I want it to be cohesive. I want us to get along. I mean, they keep saying it's a generational gap because we don't see things the way that they see them, and they don't see things. But we need to mend that gap. We need to become cohesive and support one another, and we need to lend an ear to what they have to say, and they need to lend an ear to our advice and recommendations.
Right,
So,
right. I totally agree. On the panel last week, you had many community activists on there,
yes,
and some I've never seen before, I've worked with before. So it was refreshing. I think we all agree that it's important to vote.
oh
And,
yes,
and and one of the things that I brought out on the panel, we may not like our choices, but these are the choices that we got. And we don't need to discourage people from voting because when they did that, that's what we got now. People
yeah,
got discouraged, they didn't vote, they didn't participate in the vote, and we got number 45. And it only took him 3.5, almost 4 years to destroy the country to take it to where it's at right now. Well, I plan on being around another 20 or 30 years. So, in the process of doing that, I would like to have some benefits to be able to enjoy what this country has to offer. And if we continue to let him take it down, further and further and further, then it's not going to be very much left to work with.
uh-huh.
I don't want to see it go down any further than what it is.
Okay,
I don't
all
even
right.
know what America would look like that. This guy every time he does something crazy, the stock market drops, the bottom falls out.
Yep.
Okay, well that's our financial institutions and our big businesses losing money. That ain't got nothing to do with me, you know, per se, but the effects of it, they
Has to
take,
do with you.
yeah, they taking retirement money
Yep.
because most retirement pension funds are connected to the stock market in some form or fashion,
Yes.
and so they're losing money with no way of gaining it back.
Yes.
And this guy that's president, he feels like United States of America and the stock exchange are interchangeable, and they're not. They're not. They're two separate things. But to his people that are, and I said his people, I meant his people, okay? People with money, okay? Just like they talking about used people when they refer to people of color, you know,
Yes,
his
you
people.
people.
Yeah, his people with money, you know, they lose a little bit and then they gain a little bit back. They give and they take, but they ain't gonna be sleeping under no bridges
No.
like some homeless folks that are doing right now, you know, in the city of Chicago and across the country. So the things that they are crying about, you know, it can't always be worse, you know. And I heard somebody say the other day, they were talking about the middle class.
Uh-huh.
Well, the middle class been gone, you
Oh
know.
yeah.
You know, there's the working poor and then the affluent. You know, the well-off folks. Middle class ain't here no more. So, you know, if you think that there's a middle class, you're delusional.
Yeah.
You're not even in touch with reality. You need to take a ride underneath some of these bridges, you know, in the city of Chicago and some of these major cities, because you will see some of the folks that used to be considered middle class.
Yes.
Because what has happened is people are working from paycheck to paycheck. Well, when they don't have a paycheck no more,
They in
they now
trouble.
they living in tents,
Yes.
you know, underneath bridges, and they're homeless, and their entire family is trying to thank somebody for donating food and clothes because they don't have no way of getting it any other kind of way, you
Yeah.
know. So, you know, if you think that there's still a middle class, you've been asleep for a minute.
Absolutely.
You know, so you know, I like to keep a reality check on what's going on. We need to vote. We need to get out there and vote, and not just in the presidential election, but we need to change the complexion of the Senate. We
That's right.
don't need these same people going back to Washington D.C. that have screwed us up to this point.
Yes.
Okay, they have screwed over us. They voted $1 trillion relief packages for companies, airlines, multi-billion-dollar companies, and then these same multi-billion-dollar companies are shutting down, laying off people that were supposed to get the benefit of them getting the relief funds.
That's
I
right.
look at the airlines; they talk about it every day. The airlines took relief packages, and part of the guidelines or the stipulation for the relief package was that they had to hold on to employees up until October.
Ah,
Well, October is here, and they have begun to lay people off because they don't have to keep them on anymore. They kept the money and they laid the people off. Okay,
oh,
so now airline employees are now getting laid off all across the country because travel industry is down. Where
yes.
you gonna go?
Yeah.
Corona's everywhere. You know, if you come to Chicago, they got a ban 14 days self quarantine just for you coming here.
So when you get here, you have to go into quarantine.
Yes, 14
So
days.
okay. So now, how does that work? So you get off the plane and the police escort you somewhere.
No, you know, you're on the honor system. They were just talking about that this
Honor
week.
my foot.
Yeah, they were
Okay.
talking about they on the honor system because they have not issued any citations. They have not arrested anybody for violating it. But that is the order that
Oh,
if you come to Chicago from anywhere, any of these states that are on the list of banned states, you're supposed to quarantine for 14 days.
oh
You
my.
know, and if you leave from Chicago and go someplace else, it's the same thing. You have to be under self quarantine for 14 days. Now, the only state that have enforced that, I believe, is New York. New York put ankle bracelets on some people that refused to self quarantine when they got to New York.
Wow.
Okay, so they told him no. The judge, they put him in front of a judge, and the judge gave him ankle bracelets and told him that, hey, you got to stay at home. And
Whoa.
in the 14 days from now, we'll take this ankle bracelet off of your ankle, and you'll be able to go about your normal life if you don't have corona. So, I mean, this thing with corona is serious. Now, they have not enforced it on the level that they can because these rules and regulations are in place, but they have been dealing with the honor system. It ain't martial law yet, okay?
Yes.
And no telling what may happen with the next rollout of what Corona's going to look like.
Yeah.
So they may have to get a little bit more stricter with with their enforcement. But the point that I was making is that where are we going to go? No
Yeah.
place in the world. Every place in the world, especially any country that is part of the United Nations, has said anybody from the United States is not welcome.
Ooh wee. That's a tough place to be.
Yeah, well, I mean, they trying to protect their country, you know, and a lot of places, especially going forward in the tourism season that's coming up, they need American money.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
just like America needs American money, but if we ain't got no money, where we gonna go?
See.
Hotel industry is down, airline industry is down, everything is down.
Yes, it is. I know the
Cause
hotel industry is down.
you
Yes, it
know,
is.
so the most important thing that we need to do is try to stay alive, and figure
That's
out how
it.
to stay alive, and then we can get back to traveling later on. You know,
That's true.
when they
That's
got
true.
when they got a for sure cure.
And that's gonna be a while. Trust me.
Well, they got some treatment plans that are working. Thank God my mom just went through one of them that is working.
Okay.
That's why she's still alive. Some things that are working to help people that have gotten corona, so that that 95% ratio of cure is still in place. So I'm kind of glad of that because otherwise my mom might not be here still. So I thank God that it's working. So
Okay.
I'm just waiting on them to announce, okay, this for sure is it. This is what's going on, and we got a cure now.
All right.
Yeah, you know. Look, Miss Wanda, we got to get out of here. What you
All
got?
right.
What you got to leave for the people? I know you got something you want to leave them, but I know you was talking about your broadcast that's coming up. So what else you got for them?
Well, I just want folks to know that we love you and there's nothing you can do about it. We link people around the world, so be sure to follow us on our website at www.ccnewsmedia.org and on YouTube, youtube.com/, let's see, Omnibus Roundtable TV show, and then CCN News. And be call us if you have information that we need to get out there, that we need to get out there. Maybe we haven't heard about it. Maybe we didn't see the incident, but you did. Give us a call. So we're at 773-669-8736 and 773-340-8421. Call us and let us know what you have to say about what's going on around the globe.
All right now, can't get no plainer than that. And all that information is on her website, ccnewsmedia.org. If you go over there, you'll probably see a link to her YouTube channel, as well as all of her other channels and places where you can get her information. So please go over to her website, let her know that you're there, drop her a line, say hey, came by to say hello, fill out a contact card.
Yes.
Also do the same thing, go over to my website, ask-dr-ron.com. That's askdrron.com. Fill out a contact card, check out my advertisers, support my vendors. I'm sure we got a vendor on there that can do you some good, get some good information. Check out the Cash Crowd Fund. Everybody can use some money right now, so Cash Crowd Fund can help you get some money, and I would love to be able to show you how that works. Go to my YouTube channel, Ask Dr. Ron on YouTube. Subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Let me know that you've been over there. Like and share. Go on Facebook. We're right here. Scroll down. Click on it. Like and share it on your Facebook page so that people can see who you are checking out and see where you're getting your information from. Please vote. Please vote. In Chicago, early voting has opened up in Cook County and throughout the state. Get out there and cast your vote. It's too important not to. We
That's
need
right.
we need to change the face of our government, and it starts with local government all the way up. Okay, and the more that we concentrate on changing the face of government, the more we can get things done, and they will have someone that can work with them and not fuss and fight with them.
Mhm.
Okay? We need somebody that can work together. Can't we all just get along? That's what we need to do. We need to get along in government. They want us to get along, but they need to get along as well.
That's right.
Okay? So, look, we're going to get out of here. I appreciate you all coming in, being a part. All the folks that chimed in, left comments. I see you peeping in on us over here. Miss Cena Wallace, I see you. You were watching at one time, so I wanted to give you a shout out. Please spread the word. Check us out. We are here each and every Tuesday. Maybe we can get Miss Shatrice back on the line with us when we can get our home from work, soon enough. We're gonna get her back, y'all. See, Miss Wanda said it earlier. Having young people have a different perspective. Miss
Yes.
Shatrice is young and she got a different perspective. She brings that young freshness to the show, and I miss my co-host, so I need her to come back so she can help me out, because she gonna talk about my shirt, my Spock. She signified the reason why I wear this shirt is in solidarity to all the healthcare workers, and I'm gonna keep on wearing it until we get an all clear. When we get an
All
all
right.
clear, I'm gonna change my wardrobe, and I know y'all will be glad. I do have different other stuff to wear, and I'm willing to change it. So peace and love. See y'all next time. Y'all stay safe. Stay away from folks. Corona is real.
Yes.
All right. So y'all stay blessed. Until next time. Peace.
Peace.